Hey guys, it's Tali Love, PrettyBrownNomad.com, and today I am coming to talk to you about being mentally prepared for a nomadic lifestyle and journey. All right, so you have decided that you want to live the nomadic lifestyle, and it's exciting. It's wonderful. I congratulate you for wanting to do that. But one of the biggest parts of living this lifestyle is wrapping your brain around it and becoming mentally prepared. It is a mental struggle to get there, to maintain the lifestyle successfully. And so today I just want to talk about some of the ways in which you're going to have to think and prepare your mind. An open mind to be interested in the lifestyle and to continue to live it properly. Okay, so you have to just kind of have an idea of what that is, what the lifestyle looks like, but be open to what life can present. Like, I am so open. I just had someone last night. I'm currently in Spain. I'm in an area called Murcia, Mazaron. I hope I'm saying that right. I just got here. And they're like, how long are you gonna be there? And I'm like, I don't know. And some people think that that's crazy. Some people think it's funny. Some people think I'm kidding, but I don't know. I leave a lot of it up to just chance and opportunity. And so you gotta be open-minded. And I think being courageous kind of goes along with that, right? You can't be a person that needs to have the absolute plan down. Be prepared for a drastic change. It is not going to look anything like your current life. If you're going to work every day, coming home, kind of in a routine, and you're just, living that normal civilian life, we call it, then you've got to be prepared for a drastic change in your life. Diet habits may have to change. I was pescatarian for over a decade, and about 8 months into my travel, I ended up having to eat meat, and it's okay. It's okay. It's just that the options weren't as much. I could have stuck to it. People are nomads that are vegetarian and vegan, don't get me wrong. It's just that with my open mind, I decided that I would go ahead and give myself more options when traveling. It just makes it easier. Sometimes people are hosting me, or I'm guest in people's house in different countries, and it's just a little bit challenging when you're traveling to have a specific diet. But other things change in your lifestyle. Your whole lifestyle changes drastically. Your wardrobe, the way you may do certain things, your weekly routines, all of that is going to change, and you have to be prepared for that. If you're watching the video, I think you've got this part. You've got to get ready to study. You got to do a lot of studying on this lifestyle. If you want to be successful, I believe that studying and learning as much as you can, hearing from as many nomads who are out here already doing it, is going to be beneficial. I'm sorry, this dog is barking. It's a beautiful area out here, and there's dogs and stuff, so I'm sorry. But you're gonna need to just really study, just constantly reading different books. Make sure you read the 4-Hour Work Week. Make sure you sign up for all kinds of nomad podcasts and email list, and follow people on YouTube. You need to be really ready to study, and it needs to be such a thing that's so exciting to you that it doesn't feel like, oh, I gotta study, you know what I mean? It just feels like you're trying to get ready. You're trying to get ready because you want to be as prepared, as knowledgeable as possible when you walk out on the road and start this journey. And that goes into the next one, preparation. You want to prepare. You want to line everything out. You want a calendar. You want scheduled dates for certain things to happen. You want to have you maybe a little nest egg in the background. You want to prepare. You want to have your travel planned out for maybe the first 6 months. When I went off on my journey, I had the first 6 months already planned out. And a lot of people are like, shouldn't you do that anyway? No, like I told you, I don't know where I'm gonna be in 2 weeks. I have an idea, but yeah, it gets easier, and you get into your own little routine. And for me, it works better not to plan so far out. But when I first started, I was super prepared. I had all kinds of, I was overly prepared, okay? I wanted to do everything that every nomadic video told me to do, and that's fine. I had to learn what kind of backpack I wanted, and how did I want to go about taking my pictures, and how do I want to manage my day. You'll get into your own routine, but when you get started, I want you to prepare so that as few little bumps in the road can happen, because you're going to be nervous. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be new, and you want to be, the more prepared you are, the better things will be. Okay, you have got to be prepared for those personal doubts that are going to come on, and the naysayers that are going to add to the personal doubt. This is scary. This is tricky. It is a mind. It's all about the mind, and that's what this video is about. you got to get your head in the game when it comes to this thing. And there are going to be so many things that are going to come up and give you doubt, and there are going to be so many naysayers that are going to come along to be like, are you sure you want to do that? Or there's going to be people going to say negative things. They're going to try to make you feel bad about it. I had somebody say that I was like aimless, wandering around the world, and you know, I was too old. People are gonna have things to say about it that are gonna be negative, or gonna make you wonder. For me, like, I don't necessarily have a family that I can go back home to. I don't have a base. I don't have an apartment. I literally am a full-time 100% traveling nomad. And when I first started, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't even have a mom's garage to keep stuff in. And just certain little things are gonna creep up that are gonna try to stop you, and you have to have laser focus. Because I'm telling you, had I not gone for that dumb reason, oh my God, like, you guys, my life is amazing. Like, I can't tell you how amazing it is, and I'm so happy that I did it. I cannot imagine this lifetime having not become the nomad that I am today. And there were naysayers. There are still naysayers. It's like, are you kidding me? I love my life. It works for me. And there were doubts. There were all these reasons why I couldn't do it. You have got to get laser focused about you're gonna do this come hell or high water. If you know that it's your calling, if you know that you're supposed to live a nomadic life, you gotta be prepared to let go. You are by nature a minimalist when you become a nomad, if you do it, especially the way that I do it, and you live out of a backpack. So let me stop there. You don't have to believe the whole backpack myth. There is no way that I could personally live out of a backpack. In fact, I carry a backpack, a large suitcase, and a small carry-on suitcase, and it's pretty heavy. Okay, so a lot of people are going to tell you that you got to get down to that one backpack, and that's what a nomad is. I'm telling you, I have a large suitcase, a smaller suitcase, and a backpack, and I have been doing this now for 10.5 months, and it works just fine. And I don't plan on downsizing at all. So do not let that freak you out, the whole thing about, you know, you need to live out of a backpack. Not happening over here with Tali Love. But you do need to be prepared to be a minimalist, because you've got to get rid of things, right? You've got to get rid of all that stuff. I used to have a huge closet, and obviously I had a car, and I had a 2-level loft, and I had to get rid of it all. So you've got to get in this mental state where you can let it go. I remember the day the guy drove off. I sold my BMW. I didn't really mean to sell it. It was like 2 days before I was going to travel away. I thought, I'm going to put this thing in storage, but I was like, you know what? Let me put it on sale and see what happens. He basically begged me, chased me down from my car, and I remember walking away like, what is life? What is this? Guys, it's such a mental trip. But now I'm like, who cares? That Beamer could not have taken me half the places that I've gone. And yeah, so get your mind wrapped around letting stuff go. Not only that, because I'm moving from different climates, and I move fairly about every 2 months is about my speed at this point. I'm constantly getting rid of stuff. Halloween just passed, and I had all these cute Halloween costumes and stuff. My roommate that I was living with in Boston was like, you're leaving all this stuff behind? I'm like, I can't keep carrying this stuff. So every time I leave, I'm rotating out stuff. I have no attachment to stuff, right? I'll get more when I get to the next location. You've got to get that mindset. So many people are attached to stuff that they can't move forward and live this lifestyle. This lifestyle isn't about stuff, it's about experiences. So you've got to get that minimalist mindset. If you're not going to be taking your corporate job with you, you're looking to build a business, you're looking to work remotely. So you've got to get your mind around being focused, being self-managed, having the discipline to do the work. Not only that, let's just say if you're doing the work, you got to have the discipline to do the work. But if you're building a business, or you're building multiple streams of income, which is what I've done, you've got to be prepared to build a business, build a brand, build the income, build the streams, keep yourself focused, and manage the whole nomadic piece, which is you're moving around, right? That's a lot of strategy as well. You got to get your mind right. You've got to be able to do that. I don't know what your model looks like, right? You may have one thing that you want to do. You may take a job with you. You may work a remote job. You may want to build a brand. Whatever that is, really think about that. Wrap your head around that and be prepared to own and manage that business while you're navigating throughout the world. You got to be prepared to not spend so much time around friends and family. If you're a person that you're used to every Sunday, you're at grandma's house eating, that's not going to be happening, right? So you've got to get yourself prepared for that change. I don't know, you may have your journey starting with someone. You may be going as a couple or a friend or a group of friends. Sometimes can be nomadic. I happen to be a solo traveler. Whatever that is, you've got to be prepared that you're not going to be in that routine with those people in your life. Technology today helps us to keep in touch with those that we love, but it's definitely something that you've got to get your mind around. Not only are you going to miss those loved ones are going to miss you. And I'll tell you something, even if you move, if you just relocate, a lot of times it becomes difficult to maintain those friendships. You've got time zone differences and all of that, so you really need to prepare for how you're going to manage that, how you're going to be able to keep those friendships intact. And I would advise you to keep your friendships intact. Even though you're out here enjoying the world, keep your friendship, your family relationships intact. Find a way to meet, find a way to make that work, okay? But wrap your brain around the fact that you've got to let that go when you start this lifestyle. Finally, you guys, randomness. There's going to be a lot of randomness in this journey if you do it in the way that I would suggest you do it, right? You're going to be in different climates, different locations, different kinds of housing. Sometimes you may have a roommate, sometimes you may not. So you'll be meeting different people. I don't know how you want to do that, but there'll be just so much randomness maybe in what you eat. There's always these times when you end up at a party and you didn't know you were going to be there, or you end up having dinner and great wine with people that you didn't know them, the day before, and it's the most wonderful connection. There's just all this randomness that happens, and you've got to get your mind wrapped around that. If you're a very methodical person, you like things being the same way, this lifestyle can be tricky. Okay, so spontaneity, randomness. My favorite word is serendipity. This journey is full of serendipity. I have it tattooed on me, and before I started the journey, I was always looking for serendipity. I was always attracting serendipity. I'd walk up the street and they were giving away ice cream, things like that. And this journey just does all of that times 10. I love it. There's so much serendipity, so much randomness, okay? So you guys, you've got to get your mind wrapped around this. This stuff is different. There are sacrifices that come with the nomadic journey. And I didn't want to go into all the sacrifices. I may do another video about that. But this includes some of those sacrifices, missing out on those traditions, missing out on being with family and friends, missing out on the comfort of having your own home. Some people just really think that they need their own one bed that they've got to go home to. If that's something important to you, that may be the sacrifice that you give. I don't care what I've had to give up, what I have to sacrifice, how hard I have to work, how much of a challenge it is to build businesses and manage the business. I have never done anything more rewarding in my life. And if you are just wondering, should you do it? Can you do it? Listen, this is your sign. You can. Get your mind right, get your head in the game. Some of the suggestions that I've given you, and go and get your life. I can't tell you how much this is such a rewarding experience. It's hard, it's not easy, but you're on the right path. You're listening to people, you're trying to learn what you can, and you can do it, okay? All right, so if you have any questions, I do like to help people like you. If you want to speak to me one-on-one, you can go to prettybrownnomad.com and sign up to have a quick conversation with me, or I can coach you through this process, however much you need. Either way, or hey, just find me on social media and say hello and let me know that you saw this video, and follow my journey so that you can be inspired by me. Until next time, bye.